Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm. It is now, let's see, 9:32 in the morning on a Monday, starting off spring break. I have an idea. It's a stupid idea, and it's an idea that's probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to try to make a video game during spring break. Now, I've already lost 2 days for the weekend, had some stuff going on, and I you know, didn't really want to get into this project until I had the time to dedicate to it. So let me explain what we're doing. So I'm going to make a mobile game, and I'm going to make a game that sounds like something that exists, but I can't actually find this game, which I think is the best situation to be in game development when you're like, I swear this thing is real. I've seen it before. I've played it before, but I can't find any examples of it. And I just can't get this idea out of my head. I've had this idea in my head since I was a kid, since I was really young. I remember playing a game on my dad's Apple II computer when I was probably 10 years old. And I talked to my dad about this, and he doesn't remember this at all. So, again, I can completely be making this entire thing up. But I have this memory of playing a game where there's a marble that's bouncing from the top to the bottom of the screen, right? And you can move the marble left and right on the screen as it's bouncing, right? And you have to avoid obstacles and you have to collect collectibles, very video gamey kind of stuff. But I remember that being an incredibly fun game to play. And I'd never played anything like it since. There's a lot of breakout games where you have to bounce a ball off of a paddle and break bricks. There's a lot of, games where you're shooting balls at projectiles like Peggle and stuff like that, and they're bouncing all over the place. This is a very different thing. So I want to make this game. Have been looking forever to find it so I can play it. I can't find it. It doesn't exist, right? So I'm going to make this game. I'm going to make my version of this game, what I remember this game being. And I'm going to make it in a week. Um, so there's the basic idea. Now let's talk about the pros and cons, the things that I have going for me and the things that I don't, right? So what I have going for me is I have decades of game development experience at this point. So I'm not new to making video games. I've never made a mobile game to this scale. I've made small little mobile games, never published them to the store, but I have experience making games. I'm also going to be using an engine that I'm pretty familiar with. I've developed games in Unity for about 10 years. Um, it's been a couple years since I've used Unity. So that's going to be one of the negatives against me is that I'm using an engine that I is not my primary engine that I'm used to using right now. I've switched to Godot because that's what I'm teaching now is Godot. And so I haven't used Unity in a long time. And I've just been, as a hobby, I've been learning Unreal Engine. So it's been a while since I've even opened Unity. I don't even have it installed on my computer. So that's going to be the first step is installing Unity. But the reason I'm using Unity is because it handles advertisements for the mobile platforms incredibly easy, and publishing to mobile platforms to iOS and Android using Unity is very easy. So I'm gonna be using Unity. Plus, it'll be kind of fun to see what the state of Unity is right now. It's been, like I said, it's been probably 3 or 4 years since I've used it. Um, Another benefit is that this game is going to be simple in terms of assets. It's I don't need to create any, complicated characters. I don't need to do any 3D modeling of some advanced, uh, like troll goblin monsters or anything like that. It's going to be pretty easy to build from an asset perspective. A ball, some bricks, some pickups, that kind of stuff. Um, the music. This one's going to be fun because I'm not sure which direction I'm going to go here. The music's going to have to match the vibe of the game. I'm thinking the vibe is going to be kind of a relaxed, chill, kind of a zen experience. Everything is going to be, I want the sounds to really just be kind of meditative, if that's meditative. I think that's a word. And I want it to be very, very chill, right? I want this to be a relaxing experience. It's not a very high stress, like, freaking out. It's a very chill game. Um, which means making the music for that is going to be fun, but it's not the kind of music that I am used to making. I normally like to make, hip hop and, high energy kind of thing. So that'll be a limiting factor, but I think it'd be fun to try it out. Now, if all else fails, if I'm running out of time or if the music is just frustrating me, I'm totally fine with, using other artists' music and giving them credit, respecting all of the copyright and everything like that, and definitely giving them credit. I might even have a credits page for, I might even do that for the assets too. I'm not sure. I kind of like making the assets myself, because I'm not very good at 2D art. I'm not great at 3D art either. I'm not good at the art side of game development, and I'm trying to get better. So I see this as a way to practice. So I'm going to try to do the art myself. But if it gets to be too complicated or take too much time, I might find, and I found a pack that works really well for this game, I might take something from somebody else. Another limiting factor is it is spring break, and I'm going to be distracted. I Assassin's Creed Shadows came out last week, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. It's a small miracle that I'm recording this video right now instead of playing that game. It's very fun. It's very fun. And so that's going to be a struggle, not playing that and working on this instead. I'm also in a new musical theater show, and so I have rehearsals every night for that show. So I'm kind of time limited. I can't work on this and, these long Mountain Dew fueled, Monster Energy drink fueled, 16-hour programming sessions. I'm going to have to, at some point go take a shower and go be around real people. So that's going to be a limiting factor, but I think that's going to help. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be great. Another good thing about this, though, is that the scope is really, it's not a huge game, right? We're not talking hundreds of hours of gameplay here. We're talking something that once I build the prototype, I can very quickly scale this up. Oh, another limiting factor is cute doggies. I've got cute puppies I want to pet. They're not puppies, but they're just going to be wandering in and out of here. Anyway, so scale is, it's actually a good thing. It's good for this project because I can scale this up really quickly. Matter of fact, my plan is to have, I'll talk about the plan later, but I'm going to have one day where I'm just creating as many levels as possible. So, and that's going to be that's going to be a fun part of the process, because once I get the tile map set up, I'm going to be able to plink levels down pretty quickly. Yeah, it's going to be a simple gameplay loop, simple development cycle. It's not going to be something too crazy. It's slightly physics based, so there's going to be some testing that has to happen on that side. And the biggest limiting factor, I think, is that this game isn't as fun as I think it is going to be. When I'm thinking about it in my head, again, this has been an idea that's stuck in my head for, since I was a little kid. So it's been fun to me playing it in my brain, but once I actually build the thing and start playing it, it may not be that fun. But I don't know. We'll see. You never know how fun the game's going to be until you actually make it. Okay. So that's the idea. Make a mobile game in 1 week. Actually, yeah, 1 week. And see if I can get it published on the store. Now, I think the Google Play Store requires a 2-week waiting period and playtesting period. So I'm not going to be able to fit that in. And I've never published anything to the iOS store. So that's going to be another limiting thing. I'm going to have to learn how to do that. Oh, I'm going to have to learn how to implement ads. I don't know how to do that. I've never done it before for a mobile game. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to learn as well. But I think it'll be fine. It should be easy. From what I've heard, Unity makes it really simple. Anyway, so that's the idea. Make a game in a week and get it at least ready to publish or at least ready to play test within the week. Try to make it as complete as possible so that we can publish it without too much hassle at the end. That's the plan. So we'll see. All right, I am off to download Unity and get started. Oh, the other thing is I'm going to put a video out every evening, kind of documenting the progress I made that day. So I'll show off what I built each day. And then, you know, at the end, hopefully I'll have a download code for you guys to test it out on your own. I think I'm going to build it for not only for mobile platforms, but also a PC version as well. That's going to take some time, but I'm going to build it for PC to test it. And then I'm going to port it to mobile. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably have download keys to download the game and play it on your PC to test it out. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. I'm going to stop and I'm going to go download Unity and I'm going to get started. The goal today is to finish a prototype of just one level, just get all the basic systems working in the game. I'm not worried about the artwork today. I'm not worried about music or sound effects or anything. I just want to get the actual gameplay working. And, you know, picking up collectibles, completing a level, moving from level to level, that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm working on today. I want to get that process or that prototype built today. And then I'll record a video showing you guys what it looks like when I'm done. Alrighty, cool. Wish me luck. Peace.